Hello and welcome to the Community Supported Agriculture Network UK. We are the only organisation dedicated to supporting and promoting CSA in the UK, and we were established in 2013 out of a group of CSAs who'd come together in a project to promote CSA and decided at the end of that project that they wanted an independent organisation to take CSA forward. We are a multi-stakeholder co-op for CSA farms and organisations and individuals who support CSAs across the UK. We've got over 170 farm members, which represents over 50,000 people eating from CSA. And we've seen a huge growth over the last 18 months. So we went from 89 farm members in March 2020 to over 170 now. We think that's partly due to COVID and the demand for local food, but also in part due to a raised awareness of the need for sustainable food going forwards. Our mission is to support and promote CSA farms to flourish across the country and work towards a fair, sustainable and resilient food system. And our vision is of a thriving CSA in every neighbourhood across the UK, so probably around 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 CSAs. And our work really divides into 5 areas. So to run the network as a hub for CSA in the UK and to facilitate communication and cooperation between CSAs in our country. To support new and existing CSAs, and we do that in a number of different ways. So we provide resources like case studies, fact sheets, our A to Z guide of how to set up a CSA. We put on events. So we put some national events on, but we also put on regional events which bring together CSAs from different parts of the country to talk about shared challenges, shared solutions, and to learn from experts in the field. We provide training. So at the moment, we largely do that through our masterclass series of webinars, which is on different aspects of setting up a CSA. But we also do face-to-face training and other webinars outside that series. And then we are always on the end of the phone or at the end of an email to offer support and advice to people around specific questions. And often that ends up being connecting the questioning CSA to another CSA who has the answer. And then finally, and perhaps most importantly, we run a mentoring scheme. So CSAs can apply for a day of mentoring on a specific subject, and they can go and visit a CSA who's already doing the thing that they're interested in doing and walk around the farm, ask questions, sit down, look at paperwork, talk through ideas. And we're also at the moment piloting an incubator CSA scheme where startup CSAs get up to 8 days of mentoring spread across 1.5 to 2 years. They can take those 8 days as visits to different CSAs. They can have people come to their farm. They can split those days up into shorter phone sessions. So they might have a check-in with an experienced CSA once a month. So they can use that in a number of different ways. And that's really to kind of give startup CSAs a bit more support as they get going and try and ensure that they keep going successfully. We promote and raise awareness of CSA, and we do that amongst farmers and growers, amongst the wider public, academics and other organisations. So with farmers and growers, with those existing farmers and growers, we talk to them about why CSA might make a good business model for them. For new entrants, we talk about why CSA might work for them and its benefits. With the wider public, we talk about what CSA is and encourage them to get involved, either as a member or as a volunteer or as both. We talk to academics about getting CSA into research and proving the benefits of CSA. And we talk to other organisations, both about CSA and how it might fit into their wider work, but we also work with other organisations on wider promotion of agroecology, of food justice, and kind of those kind of issues which affect us all. We represent the interests of the UK CSA movement to government and other policymakers. So in November last year, we took on a policy manager, and that's really increased our capacity in this area. So we've been able, as the United Kingdom transitions out of Europe, to be involved in conversations with DEFRA, the Department for Environment, Farming and Rural Affairs, on how the farming scheme might look in the future. And we also are talking to local authorities about how CSA might make sense in their areas and what they can do to support it. And then finally, we provide a means of communication and connection to the wider global CSA network, urgency, and all of you. Thanks for listening, and hope to meet some of you at some point.